Hello.
Irosu, Irosu, great Odu, Irosu.
Happy full moon.
Odu, Irosu, we hear you speak to us. Odu, Irosu, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hard times will come, hard times will go. Irosu, as they are lessons that will help you grow. Irosu,
Hello,
the
hello.
sounding awesome. Irosu, the stoic soul. Irosu, journey of the hero. Irosu,
I'm going to talk about this full moon.
Yes,
Hey.
you may want things to be easy and to flow as they may. But when Aries shows up, time to hunker down and stay.
Hello, goddesses. How are you? Yes, that is my latest song. I'm Tyra Omilade, your goddess guru, your sister friend, and I love helping women align with their life purpose using the power of ancient wisdom and the goddess-centered lifestyle. And like I said, I'm here to talk about the full moon in Leo. How are you doing? Happy full moon. Happy Imbolc. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah, we have the full moon happening on February the 1st. And I just want to talk a little bit about it today. What we'll do is I'll start off with um, the general meaning of this moon, and then we will talk about um, going to the specifics in terms of the signs. Also, today is the first day of Imbolc. And so there is what is called the wheel of the year. If you don't know what Imbolc is, it is the first spring. And yeah, I love Imbolc because first of all, it was just revealed to me. It wasn't like I was trying to learn about Imbolc. I just got something happened one time and I was just like, what is happening? What is going on? And finally I figured out, oh, it's Imbolc. And ever since then, I would say probably for the last 6 years, this has been a very special time. So it kicks off a time for us to start doing our spring cleaning, clearing out energy, clearing out stuff, clearing out anything in our lives that's no longer serving us. And we're making room for something new to come into our lives. And so I just think it's so interesting that Imbolc is happening on the same day as Leo. Now, Imbolc does have to do with the energy of creativity. Leo is a moon of creativity. And so I just think it's the perfect start. I do feel Imbolc is fun and Leo is fun. So yeah, enjoy this full moon. I will say to me, it's not my favorite full moon in terms of the the planets and how they're lined up, but Leo is always a fabulous moon now. I love Leo moon. So let's me pull up the moon so you can see it. And yeah, so we have this Leo full moon, and it is happening at 5:09 p.m. Eastern time, and it is at 13 degrees of Leo. So whenever we're talking about the full moon, we want to make sure that we celebrate. Leo is one of the most beautiful signs of celebration. And so what is it that you want to celebrate? How are you going to celebrate? You know, we take this time to look at all the things that are wrong with us. Well, Leo is a time to be looking at what is good about you, what you love about yourself. It's time to celebrate you. It's time for you to celebrate what makes you unique and special. So I hope you take that time to do that. It's a fire sign. So, you know, in the full moon is this energy of light. And so definitely light your candles. That's one of the things that Imbolc is about. It's about bringing the first light is coming back. And so light some candles, and you know, it's this energy of movement. So those are some things that I want you to be thinking about bringing in to however you're celebrating Leo. I do want to take time to acknowledge any sisterin out there who are struggling with this weather here in Middle Tennessee. Wow. There's a lot of people who don't have electricity, or they went days without electricity, though they may have it back. It's I was looking at I can't remember what this right here. It says it's the snow moon. I was like, wow. I just saw that it's about to snow in Nashville, and we were not expecting that today. So, yeah, just extending my heart out to you all and just praying that we start seeing this first light. In bulk typically is a time where here, at least in the South, the US, United States, I will start seeing like the first signs of spring. But yeah, this year it's a straight up snow moon, a snow full moon. It's cold and yeah, we this weather is it's very very powerful. And it's interesting. We have all of these planets over here in Aquarius. So many people without electricity. Like I said, because all of these planets are over here in Aquarius opposite this moon, it's not my favorite moon. It just isn't. That's a very intense moon. The full moon is already intense, but this makes it even I mean, the intensity level is heightened quite a bit because there is this imbalance. And so the other thing is Aquarius is not considered a hot sign, a warm sign. It's one of the signs that for sure those of us who have 4 seasons, Aquarius is one of those seasons that's cold. And so, yeah, I just wonder, is this helping? Is this bringing about some of this, wildness that we're experiencing for those of us who have this weather that we're not used to? So yeah, but again, bringing back the first light, bring in this energy of candles and um I want you to the full moon brings light to things. I want you to take time to just look at what is being lit up and shown in your life. Okay, so Leo is fire. It is creativity. It's a fixed sign. So this moon may be asking you to look at what are you devoted to? What have you been showing your devotion to? And Leo always is asking you to be devoted. It is one of the most devoted signs, with despite everyone thinking Leo is so arrogant, it's really a sign that has a high level of devotion. It's now Leos in general may want you to be loyal to them. It is the sign of loyalty, but Leo it's a tried and true. It's ruled by the sun. What is the sun going to do? It is going to rise and it is going to set. There is this level of certainty that is there. And I always say, whenever we're working with Leo, we want to take that time to see, do we have that same energy as the sun? I want you to think about, Aquarius is about your goals. I want you to think about, are you being devoted to your goals? Do you have that level of certainty that you're going to show up for the things that you said you're going to do? And I want you to use this moon. If you feel like you're not doing that, I want you to use this moon to show up for your goals, your vision. Interestingly, this moon also has the energy of Sagittarius. It's about this 13th degree. This 13th degree is Leo, Sagittarius, Capricorn. And so Sagittarius is the vision. With all of these planets over here in Aquarius, it's about the vision. And so it's like, are you being devoted to the vision? Have you seen the vision yet? And where's your level of commitment and devotion? Capricorn being there, we can't get away from it. What can I say? Capricorn season was next level this past year. And Capricorn wants you to have a plan. It wants you to take tried and true steps and have Capricorn is like this timeless energy. And so Capricorn wants you to be more timeless. Like the things that will last, that are enduring. And it's about how you're showing up. Leo wants you to show up and be devoted. It wants you to be loyal, rise, sunrises, sunsets, day in and day out. That's how Leo wants you to show up. It also wants you to show up and be a leader. It wants you to be creative. And more than anything, Leo is like, baby, I need you to shine as the star and greatness that you are. Okay. And then Sagittarius wants you to show up. It wants you to be wise. It wants you to use wisdom. It wants you to have a vision and keep your eye on the prize. And, with all this energy happening in Aquarius, it's like, um, how are you going to make progress? Well, you're going to make progress using Capricorn, which is like, hey, we're going to have a plan. We're going to follow it step by step by step. Now, it's interesting. I was kind of like, should I play this song Aries before, as I open up this video, but it matches the energy of what I'm talking about. Aries is all about no matter what, it could be a really hard time. I'm not moving to the left or to the right. I'm going to be with this hard moment, and I'm going to move through this hard moment until I get to the other side. And it's a little bit of energy like that showing up with that Capricorn being a part of this moon. And let's see here. So yeah, this moon is kind of showing us how we need to be. Okay, let me look at my notes. The other thing that I think is important is, first of all, I'm going to show you the cards that I pulled. Um, I have the passion card. So Leo is, even though passion oftentimes is associated with um, Aries, we can associate passion with Leo. And you can see in this card, for those who are looking at the video, what's coming out of her heart center. See, this is energy coming out of our heart center, because Leo wants you to live according to your heart. Are you living according to your heart? Are you letting your heart lead, guide, and direct you within the um, feminine way of living, the goddess centered lifestyle? One of the most important things that we can do is tune into our heart. And what is our heart calling for us to do? What does our heart want us to know? And what is it that we can do to begin to move our lives in that direction of whatever our heart is calling for us to do? Um, and also, it's about being creative. And it's almost like, in order to achieve your goals, it's important for you to have fun. It's important for you to be authentically who you came here to be, and to really indulge in creativity. It's so, so important. And if Leo is about fun and creativity. So it's like, how can you have fun and be creative and then begin to work on your goals? And there's all these tedious things that we may find ourselves doing. We may find ourselves having to do hard things. But what this moon is saying is, in order for you to make progress and move forward, you have to be authentically who you came here to be, tap into your gifts and talents, have fun, be creative to a certain degree first. Or while you're working hard, you want to be having fun and tapping into creativity. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. I think that this moon also has the ability to help you. Maybe you will be manifesting something at this moon. Something beautiful will come through. I'll tell you what house that potentially could be. But yeah, Venus is opposing, well, is a part of this moon. Let me say it that way. Yeah, Mercury, even Mars, all of them are a part of this moon. And They all have something to do. Oh, and of course, the sun is opposing the moon. They all have something to do with creativity, manifestation. With Mercury, it's largely about what are your thoughts. Your thoughts will decide what it is that you're going to allow yourself to go after and not go after. Okay. So you really want to be looking at your mindset. Do you have a progressive mindset? Do you have a mindset that is looking out to the future? Venus is there, and she is the law of attraction. She definitely is connected to law of attraction. With Mercury and Venus being there in Aquarius, I also want to show you another card that I pulled. And this particular card is called the community card. And I think that to a certain degree, we need to make sure that we are in community and have the support of community. Let's not be a lone wolf, but by the same token, you're not called to conform. This moon does not want you to conform. It wants you to show up and be uniquely who and what you are, because that's what the community needs. But for sure, if you want to shine and be more of who you came here to be, you definitely need community. So I just encourage you to use this moon to help you to look at, um, what is it about community that's coming up for you? For some people, you might be struggling a little bit, but part of what may need to happen is, you take some steps to bring more community your way. I'll be honest with you, some people will be feeling like I need to detach from community just a little bit and just spend some time doing the things that I love to do. No matter how crazy the world seems, we have to be focused on um, our mission, our purpose, our gifts, our talents. It helps bring healing to the world. Don't let people guilt trip you and into thinking, every minute of the day, you got to be doing some activist stuff, staying tuned in and plugged into all of the news. It's just not true. We don't want to be so detached that we are not being good citizens of the world. But by the same token, part of the way we bring our goodness to the world is we do fun things. We find joy, we find happiness, creativity. We tap into our inner child. That's another thing with Leo. So, yes, Leo is also about motivation. And I just wonder, do we need to be in community to be motivated? Like, is it time for us to stop being lone wolves and be a part of a community that will help to inspire and motivate us? This is also a moon where you may be getting messages around finishing what you have started. There may be something that you there may be this get real factor. You're just getting real with yourself, or somebody gets real with you at this moon. There is an up level that some of us are expecting, or you will just feel it. So know that that could be coming up also. Again, I just want to emphasize, be devoted. Where's your level of devotion? And I am going to tell you what house this is happening in for each of the signs. Starting with Aries. So, Aries, this is happening in your fifth house. Your fifth house is being illuminated, and this is a lucky house. So, some of the Aries may find good luck is coming your way with this full moon. Now, something that I want y'all to know is this good luck could come over the next 2 weeks, 6 months, even a year. So, if it doesn't happen day of, it's okay. Um, but yeah, this can bring good luck, and it could be highlighting things around your hobbies, your gifts, your talents, and children, or maybe you needing to have more fun, engage in your hobbies more. maybe there's some healing. Maybe society has made you feel hurt in some kind of way, and so this moon can help you to address that and maybe bring some healing there. Mm, let's see here. Definitely a creative house. And so, yeah, maybe one of the best things you could do for the full moon is have some fun, get out, enjoy your life, Leo. Okay. All right. Next is going to be Taurus. And Taurus, this is happening. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. I just don't want to mess up. Okay. So, Taurus, this is happening in your fourth house. And the fourth house is all about home and family. So, it'll be highlighting something around either the actual, edifice that you live in or something about family. It could be bringing up a familial topic. Um, some of the Tauruses may be moving or buying a new house, something like that. Maybe you're going to find out that that's what is coming up for you, Taurus. And now we'll say for you, all of those planets happening in Aquarius, it could also be highlighting something around career. Maybe you are having a revelation and you want more balance in your career, work-life balance, or maybe, this fourth house has to do with emotions, and maybe there's something emotionally that needs to happen that I don't know if it happened because of your career or once you are able to address this emotion, it will help your career. It will help you to move forward in your career because your career house is lit up. And let's see here. Okay, I don't know where I stopped speaking. I have to be careful with this microphone I see. Hmm. So, Taurus, I hope that you heard most of what I said. It's happening in your fourth house, and it is about home and family. So maybe there's some changes that you're making in your home. Maybe there's some changes that you're making in your family, or it's bringing up familial topics. It's also bringing up topics around career. And it could be there's something happening on the home front, and it's highlighting like this work-life balance. It may not be work-life balance, but it's highlighting something about the home. Like, I don't know if the Tauruses need to move or maybe you're distracted. Work has you too distracted and you need to be focused more on home, something like that. Um, but yeah, with this being in bulk, maybe some of the Tauruses, because Tauruses can be pack rats and hoarders, maybe you need to clean up some of the stuff in your home. That could be a very good full moon in Leo ritual for you. And yeah, light those candles, keep them safe, but light those candles also. Next is Gemini. And so, Gemini, this is happening in your third house. Now, the third house is a house that has to do with quite a bit. So, some of the Geminis, you may find that your mind is racing with this moon. So I just encourage you to get grounded, take some deep breaths, and like minimize social media, minimize conversations, minimize talking to a lot of people. I would say one of the best things for you is just be in a small group at this time. Maybe small groups are the best thing for you. And, that will be what's most supportive moving forward. But this is also a house where maybe you want to focus on your mental health and your mindset. Do you have thinking that is empowered, or do you have thinking that's limiting you? Maybe you're writing something and you finish it, or this full moon is illuminating something that needs to be written, or some type of communication. And maybe there's something that you need to learn, or maybe you want to teach. So, yeah, Gemini, I can imagine this full moon is kicking something off for you around learning, maybe learning a new skill, applying a new skill, and it also could be you're teaching something, okay? You're stepping into the teaching world. Hmm. Oh, also, it could be that you're making some trips and, yeah, maybe you're booking a trip, but it definitely has something to do with travel, potentially could even have something to do with, your car. So that's what I have for Gemini. Next is Cancer. So, Cancer, this is happening in your second house, and this is bringing up topics around money and earned income, personal finances. It is bringing up topics around your personal possessions and maybe even your self worth and your self value. It could be that you're like, wow, I feel good about myself. Or it could be you this moon is helping you to see where you need to feel better about yourself. Now, the opposite house is a house where Aquarius is. It does have to do with healing and healing trauma. So I can imagine some of the Cancerians something maybe is being highlighted, and it's kind of like, hey, this wound happened, but or some type of trauma. Once you're able to move it and move past it as much as possible, you'll be feeling better about yourself. Again, second house and the house is opposite Aquarius, both about self-care. So something could be coming up for the Cancerians around how are you taking care of yourself? You actually are a sign of self-care, but a lot of times Cancerians are caring for other people. So yeah, that could be coming up for you also, Cancerians. Is there anything else I want to tell the Cancers? Oh, it has to do with food. So, don't be surprised if you're a little snacky during this full moon. But yeah, you're gonna be looking at topics around food, your personal possessions. Um, it has to do with storage. Maybe there's some things that you want to keep, it's in bulk, maybe some things you want to get rid of. And it also has to do with history because the second house has to do with collections, the library. So something around history may come up for you also. Next is the sign of the hour, Leo. Hi, Leo. Okay, happy full moon in your sign. You are Leo. Hear you roar. I know we're going to be hearing all of the lionesses out there roaring. So enjoy that. Just be in your wonder and your greatness during this full moon. And it will give you some highlight. Now, look, I got to tell you something, Leo. You're going to have the South Node move into your sign this year, right around Leo season. And this is going to be challenging for Leo. So I want you to use this moon. If it's a fun moon, enjoy. Because once the South Node moves into Leo, it could be challenging. Sun, moon, or ascendant, whatever house, especially ascendant though. But it could be challenging where that South Node is. and which will be in Leo. So pay attention to see, are you getting any clues as to what's coming up? What are you going to be focused on? Or what is the universe showing you? What is the great mother showing you? It's about your health and your well-being. So maybe that is being revealed to you, as well as the direction of your life, your appearance. So don't be surprised if this full moon has you examining yourself in the direction of your life. It may be you are feeling like you need to be more authentic, you need to live more aligned with who you are, and that's what you're going to start moving towards. So enjoy your full moon. Enjoy your full moon. Okay, next we have beautiful Virgo. So Virgo, this is happening in your 12th house. And I don't want you to panic, Virgo. I'm kidding. Yeah, the 12th house is not the most fun house. It's a house that has to do with loss, to be honest with you. So some of you all could be focused on something that you're losing, releasing, letting go. It is a house that has to do with liberation, and it's the 12th house is the last house before there's a rebirth into the first house. Okay, so it's sort of like a death rebirth type of energy, this liberation, and then this new beginning starts again. Okay. It does have to do with creativity, very creative house. So some of the Virgos may find that this is a very creative moon for you. Maybe you see something that you have actually created and manifested. Um, and so, yeah, don't be surprised if you get some creative ideas and it'll almost feel like, just this divine channel. Sometimes in that 12th house, you can have a miracle happen to you. And let's see here. Is there anything else I want to tell you? It is about healing, especially doing things like hypnosis and mindfulness and meditation, anything, visualizations that help you to shift your mind. You may also see where you need some boundaries also, Virgo. Yeah. It's an introverted moon. I would say some of the Virgos may be a little bit emotional during this moon. Okay, Libra, you are next. This is happening in your 11th house of Leo. And so this is a lucky house. I would not be surprised if some of the Libras are like, "Ooh, I had some good luck happen to me." So yeah, enjoy that, Libra. This house is about goals and being gainful. So, to a large extent, it may have you focused on, like, what are your long-term goals? Is this what you want to be working on? Maybe you'll see yourself manifesting some long-term goals that you've been working on. And this is about community. I pulled that community card. So maybe topics are coming up around, you want community, or the community that you're in, something is being highlighted there. So it is about community. It is a techie house. So maybe something technological is going to come up for you, something about technology, you using technology, learning something about technology. But it is the house of being gainful. So you may find that you're gainful during this time, Libra. But I do just encourage you to, go ahead, set those goals, and set those goals. That's what and open yourself to receiving some good fortune. It finally came back to my brain. Okay, Scorpio. So this is happening in your 10th house, Scorpio, which has to do with career and what you're known for. So for some of the Scorpios, Leo is bringing up topics around career. Maybe you get a promotion. something is being highlighted. And, it could be something that is manifesting or something that you need to know about your career. Okay. It is about what you are known for. So for some of the Scorpios, maybe you want to be known for something new, something different. And this moon is going to be highlighting that topic for you. It could have something to do with family, like a parent or you as a parent. It could bring up parenting topics. So yeah, it's a pivotal house. So maybe something pivotal is going to happen for you close to this full moon. All right. So yeah, enjoy. Yeah, bringing about big changes for you. Okay, so next is Sagittarius. And this is happening in the ninth house. So last lucky house, the ninth house is about growth and expansion, but it is about good fortune also, abundance, teaching and learning. So all of these topics could be coming up for you, Sagittarius. Like this is sort of the house that makes you so wise and so good at conveying that wisdom. All right. So yeah, I just encourage you to just think about, how are you growing? How have you grown? How do you need to grow some more? It's about forgiveness and reframing, being grateful. Those are all things that I actually recommend that you indulge in, during the full moon for your rituals. It's about publishing a book. So maybe some of the Sagittarius will be publishing a book, or you get a book idea, or you just start making some type of progress. Maybe some of you are going to be opening yourself up to like, oh my gosh, I can write a book. I need to do this. It is about traveling. Maybe you will find yourself going abroad, but definitely doing some traveling, Sag. Next is Capricorn. Now, Capricorn, you're the last earth sign. So again, earth signs, this could be a little emotional and yeah, you could just be one of the signs that's very emotional during this moon. And it's also, it's a full moon, so it's highlighting your eighth house, which is a dark house. And so, it's like what's in the dark that needs to be lit up in your life. That's the kind of thing that could be coming through. But maybe what needs to be lit up is your need for, deeper self-care and deeper healing. So, yeah, let's see here. Is there anything else I want to share? It also brings up money topics for Capricorn. So this is the house that has to do with shared resources. And so maybe something is coming up with you and your partner, or maybe it's also the house that has to do with the partner's money. So maybe your partner is going to be bringing in more money, or just some topic around your partner's money could be coming up, Capricorn. Yeah. Okay. Next is Aquarius. So you're opposite Leo, Aquarius. This is happening for you in the seventh house. So this is bringing up topics around relationships, one-to-one partnerships, collaborations, but it's definitely the house that has to do with long-term romantic love relationships, like a spouse. Okay. So definitely highlighting that. Yeah, maybe you and your partner need to go on more dates or something like that, but definitely topics around partner. And also, this house has to do with balance. Are you in balance? Are you out of balance? Those are things that you can be looking at. It also is a house that has to do with refinement. So maybe there's something that needs to be refined that the moon highlights for you, Aquarius. It also is about getting support. We already talked about the community card. So maybe Aquarius, it's time for you to get some help. Okay, it's time for you to just go on ahead and say, hey, fam, I need some help. I need some support. Okay, so next is Pisces. So Pisces, this is happening in your 6th house. And this is a very practical house. The 6th house has to do with habits. So maybe something is coming up for Pisces around habits, lifestyle, and it's on my toes. I mean, like, wow, all of my signs have just been on my toes, but this one is especially on my toes. It's kind of like, are you going to be devoted to your habits? What habits do you need to keep? Which ones do you need to release and let go of? It does bring up topics around place of living. No, not place of living, place of work, systems, things like the office running like a well-oiled machine, just how day-to-day operations work, whether it's in the job or whether it is in your personal life. Day-to-day operations and routines. This is being highlighted for you. So yeah, take this time to go on ahead and, maybe, it's in bulk. So maybe you will be one of the signs that's totally cleaning up, because this sign wants things to be organized. Excuse me, this house wants things to be organized, and maybe you'll come up with a list of things to do that you can start checking off. But it's very practical, very, very practical. But yeah, focus on your health and well-being too. Focus on your health and well-being, Pisces. You actually can be very negligent. And so this moon might be saying, hey, let's be a little bit, more structured and organized around taking care of ourselves, Pisces. I will say I pulled also last card, the Kali card. I'm actually going to read this one. Interestingly, Kali has to do with death. Yeah. So let me tell you what she is about. So it says, let me take the Pisces thing down. It says, Kali, the fierce ancient Hindu goddess, is the very power of death and resurrection. She devours time and transcends all form. She brings massive and total transition. Sheesh. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Okay. Kali is the dancing goddess who has the power to destroy all life, and yet is the liberated deity who is free from all attachment to form. I will say that Aquarius energy is very detached. And so maybe part of what is coming through is it's very important for you to not care what people think about your gifts and your talents, or how you show up, as your authentic self. Kali's uncontrollable force of destruction heralds massive and often sudden transformation, bringing the ultimate freedom from the human condition. Wow. Her red tongue consumes all, and the lifeless heads that adorn her symbolize the destruction of ignorance and the beginning of wisdom. The severed head in her hand symbolizes the disconnect from false knowledge and delusion that can result from addiction to the world of form. And Kali assists you in facing your fear of pain and loss, that you may be free to receive her protection and move forward. Okay, so Kali Ma is sending protection our way. I love it. During times in your life when it seems the world is coming to an end, Kali provides the constant reassurance that through the Scorpio cycles of death and destruction of outmoded form, rebirth begins. Through the shedding of what no longer serves you comes the ultimate freedom. So, yeah. The first thing that's just coming to mind with that card is you know, it's in bulk time. It's time for us to release and let go of anything that's not serving us. It'll open us up to receive more of what we want because we've created space for it in our lives during in bulk. Yeah, that was a powerful card. So yeah, that's what I have for you all at this time. I'm wishing you all a happy full moon. I'm going to go on ahead and bring back the song that I was playing, and you'll see. You'll see it on my screen for just a moment. But yeah, have a happy full moon in Leo. Happy M bulk. I'm so excited about this time. And yeah, take good care of yourselves. Take good care of yourself. Be creative. Have fun. All right. All that I talked about in the beginning of the video applies to that house that I went through for you. It could be manifesting, you know, specifically in that area of life that I talked about. And so that's good for you to know. So if you see it. Okay, I will go on ahead and turn this on. And yeah, thank y'all for being here. I do have to bump it up.
In the end, you will win, you will be better for this path. For your inner strength will grow and you'll reap a healing aftermath. When times are hard and life feels rough, you're called to be your own hero. Tough. When things get tight, their way won't show. That's when you rise as your own hero. The wisdom of Oduiros says to sit with the hard times, for they will make you stronger. Yes, it feels hard and you may want to quit, but Aros says stay where you are a little longer. Just know that you got this, you will make it. The ancestors have your back, Issue speaks to you. Ooh, you have the strength of Shango in your soul. Hard times will come, hard times will come, hard times will go. Let us has their hard lessons that will help you grow. Yeah, yeah. Hard times will come, hard times will go, hard times will go. Let us has their hard lessons that will help you grow. Yeah, yeah. Be grounded in your thoughts and action. Be with the lesson. Be patient. Trust their slower pace. What feels like delay may be protection. Yeah, yeah. Who speaks through errors and wise or is to share your wisdom. Speak to us, or do we rosu? Speak to us, or do we rosu? Speak to us, or do we rosu?
Odu Erosu says honor the sacred power of memory. Reflect on our heroines, our heroes' journey. Like the rising sun in the east, you may begin with promise, but meet hardship.
Yet you are to develop maturity and sovereignty. Our also asks us to grow through what we go through. Hard times will come. Hard times will come. Hard times will come. Our also asks the hard lessons that will help you grow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hard times will come. Be grounded in your thoughts and actions. Be with their lesson. Be patient. Trust their slower pace. What feels like delay may be